Let's talk about not so much free agency. We know about the Bichette's of the world, the Kyle Tuckers. I want to talk about guys that have an option to stay with their teams, whether it's one side or the other. We did have some notable opt outs. These are guys that had a
And
chance
some
to
notable
stay.
opt-ins. Frankie Montas.
Yeah. So Pete Alonso opted out. Cody Bellinger opted out. Alex Bregman opted out. Edwin Diaz opted out. Ha-Sung Kim opted out. And Robert Suarez opted out. Any of those names kind of surprise you guys?
Also, Harrison Bader opted out from the Phillies.
Now, why would he go and do a thing like that?
Come home, Bader. Come home. Yeah. Man, I don't think that any of them really surprise me. I think that there's either new homes, more money, or both available to all of those guys that you said. I think a lot of it's just more money. I think Bellinger played into more money. Suarez played into more money. I think Bregman, played into a better deal to finish out his career. I think he could certainly convince Boston to give him some more years and some more money with the way he played. Pete Alonso, I'm really interested to see how the Pete Alonso Edwin Diaz thing goes for the Mets, man.
Yeah, it's going to be curious. I am kind of surprised at Ha-Sung Kim. I figured him with Atlanta, I think he could have stayed and built up his value over another year, and that would have really benefited him. I don't know if he's going to get a better deal this offseason.
Maybe he just wants to go to the West Coast, though.
Possibly.
I'm not saying a team, just...
No, I mean, he, was a Padre, so he's familiar with it. He chose them. So there's a chance. Now, we had a couple guys who didn't opt out, who opted in.
Frankie Montas.
Jack Flaherty opted in, 1 for 20. Lourdes Gurriel, 1 for 13, plus a $5 million buyout next year. AJ Minter with the Mets. Frankie Montas with the Mets. So the Mets have their rotation on lock, even though Montas is out all of next year. So that's just collecting a free paycheck.
Hey, man, game respects game. Bag
$17 million for free. Tyler O'Neill opted in to 2 for 33. Wandy Peralta opted in 2 for 9. Trevor Story opted in 2 for 55. I'm a little surprised at that because I thought he could have, opted out and gotten a bigger deal.
I think he's just happy to finish off his career in Boston.
Mm-hmm. And now there's a couple guys that still have options that still need to be taken care of. And you only have a couple more days, I believe.
I do want to say that I am surprised Tyler O'Neill opted in. I think he could have gotten more money on an open market for sure. And Baltimore might be a tire fire. So
you might just like the area.
Baltimore? All right.
Crazier things have happened.
No shade to people in the Baltimore area. Just as somebody who's not from the Baltimore area, my understanding is that it's not a area that somebody would like.
Now, here's some teams here's some players that still have their options that need to be taken care of. Like I was saying, you have about 5 days after the World Series ends to really get these decided upon. Shane Bieber in Toronto, that's a 1-year, $16 million option. Do you guys think he takes it?
I think there's probably. Listen, this was my argument for Juan Soto staying with the Yankees. So everybody's different, obviously. I feel like there's got to be a sense of unfinished business. He played pretty well for them. I would run it back if I was him. But if the Dodgers come calling, I guess maybe.
You got Jock Peterson with the Rangers, 1 for 18.5. There's some other stuff that they can deny that, but extend him another 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, million. I doubt he gets more money on the open market. So if he likes it there, probably an opt-in.
And then there's Jorge Polanco, 1 for 8 with the Mariners.
I thought he had a good postseason. I could see him opting out and asking for some more money.
And now we have a couple club options. These haven't been picked up or denied yet. Phillies and Jose Alvarado have a 1 for 9. John, you want him back?
I think they'd be dumb not to. I mean, even with the like suspension, I mean, I think they need him. Like, they should. Yeah, I don't know why
I don't think the Phillies are in a spot to get
they're
rid of
not
decent
really in a
bullpen
spot right
arms.
now with like almost everyone who could go to free agency opted for free agency, and
Yeah, I
Bader
think the
opting
Phillies
out.
should
Like
be
they
trying to
need,
add to the bullpen, not
yeah,
subtract the good arms that they have.
Although I meant to ask you earlier, John, how did you feel watching Jeff Hoffman blow some World Series games?
you can take the player, move him out of Philly, but you can't take Philly out of the player. You know,
And then in line with Alvarado, we have Tampa Bay and Pete Fairbanks, 1-for-7.
I mean, they should pick it up, but
They'll probably pick it up and trade him.
I was gonna say they're so weird, man. It wouldn't shock me if he hit the market.
Tim Hill with the Yankees, 1-for-3. I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, they'll probably keep him.
Brendan Lowe with the Rays, 1-for-11.5.
The Rays and spending money is always a question mark. It sounds like a fair deal, but like, it's the Rays spending money.
Max Muncy and the Dodgers, 1-for-10.
They'll keep him.
Salvi and the Royals, 1-for-13.5.
If he wants to stay, they'll keep him.
And then Chris Sale with the Braves, 1-for, I believe that says 18.
They'll keep him.
They'll keep him.
And now we have a couple that were accepted, the club options. These are the ones that were taken care of already. Atlanta took the 1-year, $7 million option on Ozzy Albies.
Yep.
The Cubs didn't accept, they declined the option on Shota Imanaga. That would have been $57 million over 26, 27, and 2028. He is now a free agent.
I mean, you're not getting him back for cheaper. So I don't know what that's about.
Weird after the rookie season he had and a
He didn't have
sub-4
that
ERA.
I mean, he was their best pitcher this year. At least on the eye test. I don't know, like statistically, where everything worked its way out, but I thought he, when healthy, was their
something
best.
ERA, I think, which is still
I know he didn't.
really
He opened.
solid.
He opened the year cooking, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when healthy, I don't know, felt weird to me.
Very, very weird. I'm curious to see what they do.
Do you think like they're on like a budget and they're like, let's give Kyler Tucker every dollar we have?
I feel like it could be the shovel it all into Kyle Tucker or the, all right, we gave it a good shot, we're going to tear down now, because it just made no sense.
I mean, that'd be
dumb.
insane.
But like, I just don't understand the sense of getting rid of one of your best pitchers who's under a fine deal.
I don't know.
Now the Mariners, they accepted the 1-for-6 million option with Andres Munoz.
Yep.
Smart. Milwaukee did their $8 million option on Freddie Peralta. I think they're going to look to extend him even longer. They're a great team. Keep your best players.
Yep.
They lucked out getting rid of Corbin Burns. I don't think they strike, pay dirt twice. And then the White Sox exercised their 1-year, $20 million option on Luis Robert Jr. I don't know what's going on. I mean, they could trade him, but they could have traded him at the deadline. I just think that they like him and want to keep him at this point. Like, I don't understand why they haven't traded him yet. He's losing value the longer he doesn't have team control.
I think they need a player on their team that someone wants to go see.
Yeah,
it's just at this point,
it might just be a jersey seller.
It might just be like a thing there, just so they have someone.
They should just roll back out Paul Konerko, AJ Brzezinski, Frank Thomas. I feel like that would be just as fun as the current team.
I think it'd be more fun.
They should just like hire.
The question is, would it be more or less competitive?
They should bring back Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens and A-Rod. Let them restart their Hall of Fame candidacy. Let A-Rod chase 700. Like, that's what this team has evolved into. They're not getting better.
Oh my god, the White Sox. Even when the season's over, they never fail.
So now with all those, and then there's obviously other names that'll be floating around, guys that, aren't as important as these, but ones that are, lesser values. Teams are denying their options, ones that aren't going to come back. Do you think we're going to have a quick start to free agency. We saw Otani, we saw Soto, we saw these guys sign, relatively early on in the offseason prior to New Year's, where in the past we've had guys like Harper and Machado wait till February. Do we
Yeah,
think
I think it's all set by winter meetings. I think by the end of that, we're good. I think it's actually,
to fall?
man, as somebody who just went through it last year, I'll tell you now, Toronto fans, don't just bank on Bichette coming back because you went to the World Series.
I think he's the first one that signs. I do think he goes back to the Blue Jays.
If he goes back, I think he's the first domino. But man, listen, everybody's a different type of person. I think Bichette likes it there, but I thought Soto liked it on the Yankees. So, this isn't even like division rival BS. It's just you don't count your eggs before they hatch or whatever the saying is, because just because you made the World Series doesn't mean that guy's not going to go chase some money somewhere else.
I do think an interesting wrinkle in free agency will be Munetaka Murakami.
Oh, yeah.
He can't get posted till January when the international period starts. And I think that's going to hold off, the Bregman market. That's going to hold off the Alonso market because teams are going to want to see where he goes before they go after those guys that play, the same position. I don't think Bellinger will get affected.
I don't think Bellinger, Tucker, or Bichette are affected by that.
But I think the first baseman and third baseman markets
I think mainly the first baseman markets, but because my thing is I think Bregman opted out knowing Boston's going to re-sign him. So I actually think he might be the first domino to fall. I'm pretty confident that he's not going anywhere.
I agree, but I do think Bregman to the Mets also can make a lot of sense. And we know Steve Cohen's willing to throw money.
I mean, if he's going to lose Alonso too.
Right.
Because that feels like that's over.
I feel like that is over. I think Alonso will not have his, short list of suitors. I think the Phillies, the Yankees, the Cubs the Red Sox will all be in on him.
No. Take us off the list.
John Heyman's already reporting the connection.
No, bro. No. This is the same.
Your doppelganger will not be the everyday first baseman.
It's not just about that. He's the same player we have already. We have Pete Alonso at home. Get some contact hitters that could field. How many times do you have to watch those teams be successful? You have the power already. It's enough. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Ben Rice, that is enough that's enough. Hey, this guy's number one skill is pop. The rest of the lineup, fielding and
but Alonso's a righty. We need righty power.
No, bro. No. We have righty power. Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge. We have righty. What do you do with Ben Rice if you sign Alonso?
Teach him third base.
No. Bregman, Bichette, Tucker, Bellinger.
I think even more so than Tucker, Bichette's at the top of my list because what he would bring as a leadoff hitter who'll get 200 hits a year playing second base because his defense at shortstop is horrendous.
I don't know if we're in a position to complain about shortstop.
It's worse.
I don't care. I don't care.
Although Volpe's out until May at the earliest, so he can start off there. I would give Bichette the market rate that they're asking, which is like 8 for 180 something.
Listen, I'm not saying turn this into a Yankees podcast, but I would just trade Volpe straight up. This anything. Give this man a fresh start. Free him. Also, Bichette at second. What are you doing with Jazz? Back to third?
Kind of want to trade Jazz.
Oh my! That's not. Listen, here we go. Now we're too far. That's not happening, man. If you're saying Jazz in center or Jazz back to third, those are options.
Jazz at short.
Why
Jazz on
Doesn't
another
he
team.
start at short?
not?
I like Jazz, but I also
Oh,
want
another guy, by the way, that's mainly pop at the plate.
I really wish Jazz can learn how to be contact.
I don't think it's a Jazz thing, bro.
It's a Yankee thing.
Everybody on our team hits the same way. It's got to be organizational. Anthony Volpe swings for power. Anthony Volpe. Does that not tell you whose fault this is?
Trent Grisham, who never hit like 20 home runs in his career, almost hit 40.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Yankees like cleared out some like of their like analytics management team post season, and like listen, I'm not for anybody like losing their job. Like I'm sorry that happened, but for the betterment of the team, like thank the Lord, because everybody just swinging for the fences every time isn't how you win baseball games. And next year they have the pitching rotation to go on a World Series run. Cole, Rodon, Fried, Schlittler, Keel, like Schmidt, like they have the guys to go on a run pitching wise. If they could just play baseball like a normal team.
Yeah, it's make contact. I mean, Caballero is a good ad there. He's going to be your starting opening day shortstop at this rate.
Shortstop, third baseman. Give him. I mean, McMahon's probably going to be third, right? He's under contract. So,
That's another guy who's when he hits the ball, it's pop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 9-hole hitter. That's all for defense. So anything he gives you at the plate's a plus, to be honest.
You're talking about the guy that was the Rockies' like best hitter last year.
I mean, for a good team, yeah. Listen, if they move Jazz, they move Jazz. I don't think that they're going to focus in. I think the only way Bichette would play shortstop for them, and I think I'm willing to live with poor defense at short if you have the contact that he has at leadoff.
Right. I mean, how long have we been searching for a leadoff hitter since Gardner left?
Yeah. So, and I think with McMahon at third and Jazz at second, you could afford like defense at short. It's not amazing, but I think you could afford it. And then we'll see what the outfield is.
But I think overall we kind of agree that there's a chance, most likely, that Bichette could be the first one off the board if he returns home.
Bregman, I think any of these guys that are returning will be the first one off the board, whether it's Bregman, whether it's Bichette. If Tucker goes back to the Cubs, I'd imagine.
Don't think he'll be just because he's a Boris guy.
Yeah, well, I think he's going to take forever because I think he's going to get so many offers. But I think Bichette or Bregman's probably the first. I still lean Bregman because I think he's just going back to Boston.
And we'll talk, more next week when we focus in on the free agency class, talk about really like our top 10 guys and, where we think they're going to go, who we think is going to be in on them. But it's just interesting how, there's some surprise names. I didn't expect Shota Imanaga to be available.
Yeah, I mean, not that our team needs starting pitching right now, but
no, we're waiting for Skeens, is from what my understanding.
But also, I mean, you talked about trading Jazz, you pair him with a pitcher, and then maybe you do need starting pitching.